So, for those who don't know, my name is Peter Livengood. I'm an 11th grade student. I've been homeschooled all my life. I'm the youngest of five siblings. All my older siblings are also homeschooled. So I'd like to talk to you some about homeschooling today. So homeschooling, it's just another way to go through high school, right? Wrong. Homeschooling is the way to go through high school. Homeschooling has enabled me to achieve things that I never imagined myself achieving. Homeschooling has opened doors and provided opportunities for me that I never could have had any other way. I would like to share with you some of the things I've been able to accomplish because I'm homeschooled. And I'd like to encourage you to embrace the potential that you have as a homeschooler. I'm a pianist, but I also compose music. I have composed more than 36 pieces, 12 of which are songs with lyrics. Homeschooling has given me the time to compose and practice my music. Homeschooling has also opened a door for me into music at a university near me, California University of Pennsylvania, commonly called CalU. CalU has a special program for high school students called the Early Admit Program. Because of the schedule flexibility that homeschooling allows me to have, I can take college classes on campus. As a result, I am able to be part of the CalU University Choir, and I am taking piano lessons from a Russian concert pianist who teaches at CalU. The bottom line, homeschooling has enabled me to take music classes that other high school students usually do not have access to. Homeschooling has also allowed me to take the time to help others through music as well. Last fall, I created a fundraiser for Hurricane Irma victims. I composed a song about Hurricane Irma, which was professionally recorded at California University's recording studio. I worked with the Director of Student Media Services at CalU to arrange a slideshow of images from Hurricane Irma. Then, I combined the slideshow and my song to make a YouTube video fundraiser. I raised over $600 that went directly to the Red Cross's Hurricane Irma Relief Fund. Homeschooling facilitated my efforts during the project in numerous ways. First of all, I was able to meet with faculty at CalU during regular office hours. Secondly, I was able to work with CalU's music professionals because my schedule was flexible. And finally, I was able to spend a large amount of time at once on my project, thereby completing it in time to help the hurricane. So as you can see, the Early Admit program can provide unique opportunities for homeschoolers. I'm also taking a photography class at CalU, which is great because I love photography. See me at the photography session. I've become progressively more involved with photography over the past several years. I've entered in a local competition, had some of my butterfly pictures published on a website, and I've also donated over several hundred images to a local non-profit conservation organization. Last summer, I entered roughly 40 pictures across 3 local fairs and won a large amount of prize money, which I used to update my camera equipment. But I also use my photography skills for scientific purposes. I'm an avid bird watcher, and I often take pictures of the birds that I see, either for documentation or identification purposes. I also have submitted roughly 130 pictures to the Macaulay Photo Library at Cornell University. I also utilize a program created by the Cornell Lab of Ornithology called eBird. Bird watchers submit checklists of the number and species of birds that they see and report them to eBird, where the data is used for research. So not only has homeschooling facilitated my photography skills, but it also helped me with my bird watching endeavors. And speaking of bird watching endeavors, let me tell you a little bit about the Summit Mountain Hawk Watch. I'm also a hawk watcher. Hawk watching is a citizen scientist activity that involves trained volunteers who count migrating raptors on their north and south journey every spring and fall. Raptors are birds of prey such as eagles, ospreys, and falcons. Hawk watchers gather along raptor migration routes across the nation at hawk watch sites. This spring, I discovered and established a new hawk watch site called the Summit Mountain Hawk Watch, which is now the furthest west hawk watch in the Allegheny Mountains of Pennsylvania. My hawk watch site, located on the top of Chestnut Ridge in southwest Pennsylvania, is one of only 20 hawk watches in the Eastern Flyway that may see significant numbers of migrating raptors in the spring. Well, my discovery is all fine and good, but what does this have to do with homeschooling? Let me explain. Homeschooling has allowed me to hawk watch on days when the wind and weather is right for raptors to migrate. Because I've been able to hawk watch on the right days, I have collected enough convincing research to truly say that I had discovered the furthest west hawk watch in the Allegheny Mountains. The Summit Mountain Hawk Watch will increase the database of migrating raptor populations that is used for research and conservation purposes. But hawk watching is not the only way that I'm involved in conservation work. I am a Boy Scout, and I'm working toward the Boy Scouts of America's highest conservation award, the William T. Hornaday Silver Medal. My hawk watching project is just one of the 4 conservation projects that the William T. Hornaday Silver Medal requires. I am also working on my Eagle Scout project, which is involved with soil and water conservation. Additionally, I'm actively involved in the Pennsylvania Wildlife Leadership Academy as a conservation ambassador. I've performed more than 1,000 hours of community conservation outreach over the past 3 years. Homeschooling has allowed me the time to give back to my community through service work. But even though I'm very involved in extracurricular activities, my academics remain strong. I've acquired 56 college credits through the College Board's CLEP examination program and CalU's early admit program. So I would like to ask you, do you sometimes wonder if homeschooling is really worth it? Have you ever thought that homeschooling restricts the activities that you can do? Do you think that homeschooling limits your potential in high school? If so, think again. Think what you can do as a homeschooler too. Thank you.